morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest, cousin cryptography's finest, champagne crypto, sniping out the funny bunny every single morning with the pumpers out here, Maurice, Anthony, and the rest of the concurrent viewers. What do they call it, concurrent viewers? Why isn't it like live viewers? Whatever. That's what it says here on my end, concurrent. So we got 7 concurrent viewers. Guys, I need you caressing the like button right now. Shout out to Rafterman, all the boomers. Bitcoin, what could happen next? We went up, we went down, we went up, we went down. What's going to happen next? I came across a few articles. You know, I'll drop my opinion. But overall, guys, to summarize this video, I'm going to tell you, I think we're still headed up. But there's still possibilities of us pulling back even below 9,000 as we climb above 10,000. Okay, so we'll be talking about the specifics in just a moment. Shout out to the disconnected, reconnection successful. I was explaining how the subs went down, but we just got kicked offline. Now we're back on. And I think that's due in part to the shadow ban, because the math shows me that people are watching. You know, like average watch time is almost 10 minutes, which is pretty good in my opinion when you think of the internet and people's overall attention span. Shout out to ETH1. Maurice Tyrell says liquidation city out here. Yeah, I know a lot of people got liquidated on those BitMEX longs. It went up, it went down. Listen, the market makers, they know this. You know, we know that the markets are somewhat manipulated. And the big guys, the whales, the exchanges, you know, they take it up, they take it down. They can move it a little bit. I mean, they don't have complete control, but, you know, they can move it a little here, a little there, if you know what I mean. Shout out to Tetsuo. Rafterman hears me now. Yeah, we got knocked offline for a second. I've been having power issues here on my end. The power has been spontaneously going in and out, like for a second, which is, you know, interesting. We don't live in a commie country, although maybe we do. But this ain't California. Teslas don't follow BTC's rules, says Anthony. You know, not this year. Sketchy pumped confirmed, says Ty. Yeah, you know, they can move it here and there, a little bit here, a little bit there. The market makers, the whales. And to think that that's not a reality is quite naive. You know, this is reconnection successful. We should be streaming back again. It's been a while since we've been throttled here in our live stream. And, you know, as soon as I start talking about how YouTube could be shadow banning us and the subs getting stripped, and boom, automatically now the stream gets a little throttled. I have had power issues on my end today, but it's not like the power went off during the stream. So I don't know. Anyhow, we'll deal with it and we'll move forward. Shout out to Crypto Chronic, Anthony P, Rafterman, Paw Potato, Tetsuo. Let me know if you read me loud and clear, boomers. Drop me a 10-4, Roger that there in the box. We got momentarily knocked offline by an attack on the left flank by the cucks over there at YouTube. It's all good. It's all good. We're still here. We're still here reporting deep from the foxholes. Bitcoin, what could happen next? I came across a couple articles. You know, in summary, I think we're headed northward. We could be headed to 12K, which I think is kind of the top for this run that's associated with the halvening. But on the way up, it will be met with some sell-off, some peaks, some valleys, some ups, some downs. And the possibility of us going down is still there, even under 9,000, although I think the trajectory is still northward. It's still towards above 10K, maybe even topping off at 12. Now, to go over 12, you know, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's kind of my target for a high for this happening. Shout out to Anthony P, Patrick Norman, Crypto Chronic, and everybody out there booming. We're green. Excellent connection as we were momentarily kicked offline by the Caucasian, the Caucasian. That's funny. Oh, the Caucasian, the Caucasian. Wow. Okay, you know. Anyway, we were knocked offline by the cucks at YouTube. So hopefully we're online now. Maurice Terrell's here. Shout out to Maurice. Patrick Norman, Anthony P. Bitcoin, what could happen next? Let's look at the charts. And we should be exceptionally connected right now. Excellent connection after we got knocked offline. So shout out to the boomers. Let me turn off these coins and share my screen. You could see BTC took a hit just what seems to be a few hours ago. A sell-off from 10.1 all the way down to 94.84. 94 seems to be the current support level, and then we're trading sideways again. It seems like the market makers come in, they make a move, a strong move, whether it be northward or downward. We saw it last week, the same action but opposite, northward, and I would suspect this is the whale or the major exchanges playing games. Again, I don't have any direct evidence, but it's pretty safe to say that there's funny bunny going on. But that being said, funny bunny or not, I'm going to keep repeating the trajectory is still northward. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit here, the 1 month chart. And you can see that we're clearly above. Let me go back to the 3 month. We're clearly above the descending wedge that we were stuck in for such a long time. Once we broke, about 84. So the possibility of us dropping, to 92 or maybe even back to, something like 86 is still there. But if it does happen, I would expect things to continue to move in a upward wedge. So, we can go down here, up, just as long as we stay above this red line. Let me extend this old support a little bit here. Boom. But it's still a possibility. Let's talk about an article here I came across. Flash crash cripples bullish result solved. You saw the flash crash in the form of this candle here. Boom. And ever since that happened, sideways. What happens next? And that's the title of this video. This article is by Hefe Khan. You know that he's one of the few crypto authors that I seem to pay attention to, even though I don't always agree with him. I think he's a little bit more bearish than I am. But anyhow, let's see what this gentleman says. I just linked this article in the box if you want to read it in its entirety. Bitcoin's bullish resolve is crippled after it crashed by almost 1K in a matter of minutes. This was a surprising move that happened out of the blue and shook many retail bulls. There were almost 148 million worth of longs liquidated on BitMEX alone. Kaboom! Thanks, Oscar. I see that. Appreciate that, Oscar. Just dropped me to $1.99 here in the box. Let me drop a couple dollars off the sky. Thank you so much, Oscar. Guys, follow Oscar's lead. Drop a super chat, $5, $10, $1.99. Kaboom! I appreciate that, Oscar. Thank you so much. Back to the matter at hand here. Flash crash. What happens next? 148 million worth of longs were liquidated on BitMEX alone. And, that's where some of the exchanges win. Other major exchanges saw similar liquidations as tables turned on the bulls and the bears were all of a sudden in control. However, as with all abrupt moves like this, it's always important to see follow through. The manner in which this dump happens means that the big players don't want there to be a follow through, as they don't want this to get out of hand. And, this guy, he believes that the market makers, the whales, manipulate the market, obviously, and I'm kind of with that. I see that. Let me go ahead and see. Even though I expect, he expects Bitcoin to rally towards 12K before the halving, and you know what? I kind of do as well. If we see Bitcoin dominance break trend line resistance and rally higher from here, we might see the trend reverse a lot sooner than expected and may not then end up testing the 11.7 or higher. So far, it appears very probable that Bitcoin will climb back above 10K, but that could quickly change if it does, and we need to be prepared. So, this is a rally from 6.7 onward. Has been mostly result of sheer manipulation, he says. There's no reason to trust any of it. I see where, he's a little weary. Now, this is where I disagree. I don't know if this is a typo. He expects Bitcoin to decline to 1K towards the end of this bear market, most likely in 2021. So, I don't agree with that, but I can see a situation where we top off 12, 13K right before the halving, and it could be bearish right after that. We can turn into another crypto winter, even into 2021. So, I don't know if that's possible or not. We'll just have to wait and see. But the short to midterm is still looking bullish to me. Sometimes Twitter is a very good indicator of what the market might do next. Most of the popular crypto accounts are suddenly more comfortable expecting a decline below 9K. This, coupled with technicals, could mean that we might be done with the correction here, and BTC might be all set to rally towards 11.7. Crypto Chronic says it goes up for the next few days, and Original Copy says kaboom. Listen, I think the market makers are going to try to capitalize from this happening, and they may run it up a little bit more and only to liquidate, on the other end, So there's a lot of possible truth here to what this gentleman's saying, and like I said, I can expect that, us going up, having a rally and coming up short, that 13.8 that we saw last summer. Everybody's going to get excited. A lot of the retail bulls, if we hit 12K, a lot of the retail bulls are going to go even longer, and I think that's when they can start liquidating. But either or, we definitely are in a trend. From, I think now, even if we pull back under 9K, I still think that within a week we'll hit 10K again. Not trying to be a gloomer, but 5.5 seems reasonable, especially since we were just at 6K before the last rally. It's all possible, Copy, but I think that this rally's not over with. And, we're going to be up and down up until at least a month before the halvening. Most people think the halvening's priced in. That could be true, but the price needs to unfold. It needs to unravel. It needs to go up. It needs to go down. And I think it needs to go up a little bit more before some people get liquidated. At that point, I can see a situation where, a month before the halvening, we can top off at 12,000 once the halvening in May. So, we have another month or so about a rally. Sometime in April, things start going south. And they could go south from there, even up to the halvening. Kind of like what happened with Litecoin. A lot of people, including myself, expected Litecoin to go over 200 because of its halvening last year. But what it did is actually it grew from 30 to 150. But about a month before its halvening, it started selling off. Boom, 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 boom. It started selling off. So it did gain from 30 to 150. That's a 5X. So, it did move up in weight, and I think that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. As we've already seen it since the beginning of the year, it's been gaining weight. We started the year off around 7,000. We've been going up, up, up since then, and I think about 1 month before or somewhere, maybe a few weeks before, sometime before the halvening or, around that time, we might start seeing the sell-off. And that's what it is. Now, I want to be clear. I say this in every broadcast. Champagne is not a crypto trading professional. I don't have any, direct insider plugs. I'm not your crypto father. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you a personal opinion. But, I could see a situation there once that sell-off occurs, once we top off, that we could go back down to like closer to the $7,000 range. I don't know about 6K, but, I can see a sell-off. And then I've said this before, that it shows me that that's what Bitcoin needs to do, specifically conquer 10K for the majority of a year, at least. And, I think it's going to be tough for Bitcoin even to do that this year even with the halvening hype. Good day to David Couch. Shout out to Jojo Wave. Let me drop bombs for you guys. Thank you again to Oscar for that $1.99. Thanks, Oscar. I appreciate you. So, check out that article by Hefe Khan over there from cryptodaily.co.uk. And, he expects the rally to, still go towards 11.7, but there's still a possibility for a pullback. Okay. I came across this other article, which is somewhat interesting. Bitcoin is moving in cohesion with commodity and equity, says this article out of AMB Crypto. If you want to read it, it's in its entirety. I don't know if this is true or not. It seems to me like the consensus has been that Bitcoin is not directly correlated with any market. It kind of moves on its own. Sometimes when the market moves up, so does Bitcoin, but also sometimes when the markets move down because of global uncertainty, it also impacts Bitcoin in a positive way. So I haven't really vetted this article, so you guys may want to check it out. but it says Bitcoin is moving with, not against, its adversaries right now. Gold and the S&P 500, seen as adversaries in the global market, have seen an increasingly positive correlation with Bitcoin. So, as the market goes up, gold goes up. They're saying Bitcoin has been going up, but that hasn't always been the case. So, I would still say that Bitcoin is uncorrelated. What I see Bitcoin correlated the most with is global uncertainty. So, but at the same time, when the Fed pumps a bunch of funny bunny money into the economy, which causes the stock market to boom, some of that money trickles into crypto. I think there's some extra cash that people take a stab at crypto with. And that's what's going on. Shout out to Crypto Chronic, original copy, Jojo Wave, David Couch, and the rest of the boomers. But yeah, we're seeing a pullback, and I expect these ups and downs. There's market makers out there. So if things move up too quickly, you can expect a pullback. Usually that's what happens. I mean, like at this point, it's pretty easy to see the patterns. It's like, here's the 5-day. We see these swings, these long candles, these up, look at this head and shoulders right here. This looks like, some funny bunny. It's like we pump it, we short it. It's like, well, there'll be another one. Is this going to happen again? Let's check that 1 month. See, ups and downs, ups and downs. I mean, overall, the trend is up, but will we see another one of these waves? Are we in the trough of this wave? Will we see another one? Let's just see. David says, you are an info giver. Thanks. Thanks to you for tuning in, David. I appreciate you. Thanks. Oh, and I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, so what I was saying is that we've been, look at this is the 5-day graph. No, is it? This is the 1 month, excuse me. And we've overall been on an upward trend, but you could see we, pump things. Look at this one. This is a classic pump, then a little pullback, and then a dump again. Boom, another pump and another dump again. And I told you guys, as we go over 10,000, there's going to be sell-offs. And we've seen them a few times. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4 sell-offs we've seen already since we've gone over 10K in the last few days. And I would expect it to happen again. But overall, even if we dip down to, back down to under 9,000, we'll still be in a trajectory that's northward. So we just have to wait and see. Back to that 1 day. It's kind of like what they decide to do, these market makers. And if they don't do anything, it's kind of like the price stabilizes for a little while. And then they may come in and pump, or they may come in and dump, and that's when things move. Like this is classic, a dump. I mean, this is, you think this is, this has to be, look at this. It's like almost instantly people dumping. So, that's what's going on. And then the dump happens and it just kind of levels off. So let's see what the next move may be. Anything can happen out here, guys. We haven't conquered 10K. Yesterday's dump was definitely not retail investors. No, I don't think so. I think it's whales or market makers, exchanges. Especially you can see how once those longs, they get too long, there's too much longs. People, they could start liquidating. The derivatives market, plays a bigger factor than it used to. Yeah, no one person has that many Bitcoin to dump it that hard, especially in such a short period of time. I mean, this is like within an hour. This is like in a few minutes. This could be a few sell orders. Twitch Prime, what's this? So many liquidations. Yeah, you know the deal. And they win from that, they can, and especially they liquidate people with margin trading and stuff. They take, they're winning a lot like that too. So these exchanges, they're making money up, making money down. They're making money all around. But overall, I think the trend is northward. Like a 1 minute dump. Yeah. I didn't see it, but it appears that, it happened very quickly. And the same thing happened just a few days before, and it was the opposite. It was a pump northward. You know, it was like, where is it? You know, it was the on the other side. It's almost the same thing. You know, here's the dump, and look at like just a few days before the pump. The dump happens a little faster than the pump, though. But you know, you see what I mean. I take advantage in that moment and made some BTC, but I cannot post here. Link to my tweet. Okay, that's all good. Revs here, kaboom. The market's a bit red. Yeah, a little bit red, but overall we're doing okay. I think the trend is still northward. We may be seeing some sell-offs as we go over 10K again, but I'm hoping to reach to 12K about a month before this happening, and that's when I expect things to dump. That being said, you know, that's kind of my game plan. I'm actually, you know, thinking of cashing out some. I'm going to be honest with you. Right before this happening, maybe cashing out some, holding that bag, enjoying some profits, and maybe taking a stab back at it. Not all of it, obviously. I'm long on Bitcoin for, you know, I've been in the game for a while, but, you know, I think it's going to be a good time for me to do a little cash out at one point. It did this in 2017. Yeah, let's see. It, you know, it goes up, it goes down, but overall feeling good. You know, I just, what is going to be the top here in the next couple months, you know, and I think, it's going to be close to 12,000. So this other article is saying 11.7, and I just linked it in the chat box. And, you know, I'm saying around 12. If we're lucky, we can maybe even top, you know, 13. But, you know, as far as all-time highs, I wouldn't wait around for an all-time high in this happening process. You know, maybe things will dump. Maybe they'll settle for a little while. Maybe they may even dump back under 10,000. And let's see what happens. You know, I want to see the price of Bitcoin, though, above 10,000 for a while. And, I don't know when that's going to happen. But be honest with you, I just don't know when that's going to happen. Most of the time, it's the stairs up and the elevator down. There you go. You're right. Stairs up, elevator down. That's usually what, you know, the path of Bitcoin follows. Shout out to Rev. Rev, I did a little reporting on Cardano yesterday, how they upgraded to the new Ouroboros. And, you know, as much as we cracked on Cardano, I still like the project. And what I was saying here is that there is a huge difference between its all-time high and its current price. And to think that it went to over $1 just on hype and speculation alone, imagine if they actually bring out even half a working product. I think that there's definitely room for it to grow. So if you told me, you know, Cardano's now at 25 cents, it's not something that it hasn't done before. Champagne, if you let me post a link. Yeah, I think that's automatically a flag, though. You know, I would have to go on the back end and start unlocking, and it's all good, ETH. It's, you know, I appreciate it. Most of the time, it's this. We read that. David says, I did this in 2017. We read that as well. But yeah, you know, a little head and shoulders action here. That's what, you know, what we're seeing here. There you go, talking about Cardano and Ouroboros. Look at this article. Ready to be deployed. So let's see what happens out here. Cardano parent IOHK says Ouroboros BFT is ready to be deployed. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. You know, again, I think the price is so low that it does have some room to grow right now. There's a major difference between its all-time high and current price. Cardano parent IOHK said, announced that it will be updating its Ouroboros proof of stake protocol deployed on February 20th. So today, we covered this yesterday. According to a video update by Tim Harrison, the director of communications of IOHK, the company has successfully tested Ouroboros. So, right now it's still centralized to a certain extent. As far as the main net, it hasn't really even been deployed. So, it's still a long ways to go. But all that being said, it hasn't done anything, and it's topped over a dollar. So, it may be a good deal. Let's go ahead and briefly check out our portfolio. I want to keep these streams short, around 30 minutes, if there's no exciting news. Shout out to Dolphin. Might be up in the long term, but it's definitely coming down this week. It might be Wolf of London, but I think even in the mid term, like even in the month trajectory, it will go back up. Let me. What am I doing here? I'm going to pull up that portfolio. That's what I'm doing. Portfolio still looking healthy. Portfolio looking good. 11,360. Just as long as we're outperforming Bitcoin with this portfolio, then we're succeeding. You see, it's composed of Binance, Crypto.com, FTX, KuCoin, Monero, and Tezos. And I'll leave it like that until further notice. But so far, so good. And, these gains are mostly this week from Tezos. And look, the speculation coin, the one that I speculated on, is also in the green for the week. So those two coins have helped out. And that's our virtual, not real community portfolio that we're managing here for the past few weeks. Kyber Network's looking good. That's on our watch list. Let me show you the watch list real quick. We have a watch list of tokens that we're obviously watching. And some of those tokens are Chainlink, RLC, Theta, VeChain, Zcash, Huobi, Leo, Cardano, Verge, ETH, Kyber Network, ETC, EOS, ICX, Quant, Nexo, ZB, Tron, Zen, Dash, Energy, Hedgetrade. So, we got a few. I'm not going to get into all of them, but I'm looking at them, and we may swap out or add or subtract within this watch list. And, Binance is not even on our watch list. Binance is actually in our portfolio, Derek. You can see it's we have it here in our portfolio, so it's not. So no more uptrend for BTC, says George. I don't know. For the short term, maybe it can go under 9,000. I have no idea. Right now, it's like a 50-50. It can go either way. But I think within the next month, the probability of us going above 10,000 is still there. Let me be clear. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not anybody's crypto daddy or crypto trading pro advisor or anything like that. That's my opinion. It could go any way. I don't know. But yeah, we have Binance in the bag, Derek. And then this FTX, I don't know if you've ever heard about this one, but it caught my attention because it's a derivatives trading platform. It's another exchange. They seem to be making revenue. And, this is kind of like the wild card. I don't know much about it. I just took a stab at it. He's like, it's an exchange token. It's dealing with derivatives. I don't really deal with that, but, I know people do. So I took a stab at it. And there it is. KuCoin. I've been saying that maybe I want to swap out KuCoin for Huobi, but I'm reminded that Huobi is blocking United States citizens' web traffic. So, they're not being friendly. So let me, I'm going to skip that. Thank you for the good info. Thank you for the $2, David. I appreciate that. Kaboom! David just dropped me $2 there in the population of the chat box. I appreciate that so much, guys. Guys, follow David's lead. Don't show up to the party empty-handed. Drop a couple bucks here in the bucket if you're getting value from the stream. Thank you so much, David. Boom! The word on the street is Cardano did a hard fork today, ready for the Shelly mainnet at the end of March, early April, quickly followed by Gugan, or it may release with Shelly. We've heard all these promises. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'll say this. Even if they... a rumor out there could increase the price right now. A rumor could increase the price. George, I answered your question. And the alt caps looks like you're yelling. Anonymous says it hurts. I don't know. Does it really hurt where we're at $9,600? We started the year at 7,000, guys. Is it hurting you that much? Unless you just got into the game in January, I don't know. It doesn't seem like any pain over here. David has earned 2.9 bats so far. There you go. And just by surfing around and doing the same thing that you've been doing on Google Chrome or on those other browsers. Earned 2.9 bats, so congratulations. And I encourage everybody, download the Brave browser, start earning these bats. So simple. You get little ads, you click on them, boom, boom, boom. I mean, why not? I use the bats to buy more Bitcoin. Rev's now on the top 5 of all Cardano holders. Shout out to you. Anonymous says, yeah, you're right. This is nothing. It's not a big deal. Bro, Cardano doesn't have a mainnet. Coins went to their mainnets 2 years ago. Yeah, it doesn't. And it doesn't. And, you know, I'm done with the Cardano promises as well. I'll be honest with you. But that being said, like, forget about that. It's at 6 cents. Do you not think that Cardano has the possibility of going up to 20 cents, to 25 cents, even if it doesn't even deliver something? Guys, it went to $1 just off talk. So, I mean, if they talk a little more, maybe it goes to 20 cents. So, you know what I mean? But I do agree. I'm done with waiting around for, you know, I wouldn't be hodling Cardano. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I would make maybe a short or midterm move and see if, you know, I can ride a little wave here and there. And that's me personally, you know, my opinion. But, you know, shout out to Rev. He's a top 5 holder of Cardano and he believes in it, you know. I just don't have enough patience. But we all want to see Rev get his castle. Indeed. Absolutely. We should drop a bomb for you. Manipulated market, Tezos staying strong despite Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious when you look at this chart, you know, this look at this one-day chart. You know, this dump happens like in 1 minute or a couple minutes. That's what's been reported here in the box. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Cardano has a mainnet since 2017. It's just centralized like Ripple for the moment till Shelly's out. Yeah, and I know they're testing something there on the mainnet. The point is that, you know, the final product is not out, and it's a bunch of waiting around, dancing and prancing, and you know, I'm done with the waiting. But you know, maybe a rumor right now could drive the price, and you can ride a wave. I mean, it's only 6-7 cents, and it went to $1. So you know, just as far as maybe a quick move, it may work. From Cardano to a castle, bet on it. Shout out to Rev. I appreciate that £5 pounds. Boom. Thank you so much, Rev. Yeah, and I'm rooting for you, Rev. You know, I know you're all in on Cardano, but hopefully you can still get a Bitcoin there. You know, you can still get a Bitcoin and throw it under the pillow. You won't be mad at me if you had a Bitcoin under the pillow. It wouldn't even affect your Cardano bag. Okay, you know, just for the champ. You know how I've been saying, I tell this to everybody, sleep with a little Bitcoin under the pillow. You never know. You never know what can happen out there, guys. You know, even if you can't get to a whole Bitcoin out there, boomers, get a little half a Bitcoin, a little quarter Bitcoin, a little chip off a Bitcoin, throw it under your mattress at least. Coinbase and Binance conveniently went down at the start. If the dumb people get wrecked. Yeah, I know. And listen, that's not the first time that, you know, Coinbase has gone down. There's a lot of action in the markets, whether it be up or down. You know, sometimes they just lock it up. Yeah. Sorry I was late. I made the mistake of watching the low lights of the debate last night. I lost my vision for a while. Yeah, I saw this morning I was driving, listening to the radio, and they played a couple clips of Bloomberg going at Sanders for his 3 houses. That seemed like the only exciting clip to me. But guys, I mean, you know, Mini Mike, that's awesome. You got to give it to Trump. He's a marketing genius, honestly. You know, and you think he's going to lose against Mini Mike, guys? Come on. Crypto medicine to the rescue, indeed. Yeah, but I didn't watch the whole debate. It's a clown show, and I'm not going to watch. I don't watch any of this stuff. I just caught it on the radio because I had it on. I've been listening to AM radio, guys, because, you know, the regular radio straight garbage. You know, I've listened to enough hip hop, and, you know, it's all garbage bags at this point. As much as I like, you know, the beats, you know, like I said, sometimes you got to pay attention to other things. So, you know, I've been switching to AM radio, but, you know, the AM radio too is mainstream media. Don't get it twisted. It's Clear Channel connected. iHeartRadio. You know, they're the same people that are pushing the garbage on the FM channels. Mini Mike won't even win the nomination. What's funny to me is like, how they're just letting him slide. And this guy, like the election's in less than a year. And, just because he's rich, they're like paying attention to him. He thinks that he can just get in here. And I guess it's good promotion for whatever he plans on selling or doing. It's more of a business move than anything. I will be watching the Wilder versus Fury fight on Saturday. Kaboom. Coinbase and Visa card is taxable event. I'm not signing up because they report you to the IRS. They are the government. Yeah, we've already been aware of that. Coinbase leaks the info to the alphabet. I don't know much about that fight, Wilder versus Fury. Let me know who you're rooting for, who you think is going to win the fight. Hillary will run here. I don't know. They're saying that, yeah, she's going to run under Blumbito. He says, make it known. I'm saying it from now. Maybe, maybe. I don't know. I think she's so thirsty for that power that she refuses to go away. And she's so thirsty. She lost. She's a loser. I just made a grand shorting Bitcoin, says Wolf of London Trader. Congratulations. ETH1 says, look at that candle. Yeah, if that doesn't look like manipulation, I don't know what is. This is a, flash crash. Thanks again to Revolutionist for that super chat. I appreciate it. Derek says Bernie will win. I mean, it seems to me like he has the most legitimate support, on the streets. Whether I agree with him or not, there's a lot of people who support him, so it seems to me like he's actually got some support, some real, genuine support. But, they're hating on him. They're hating on him like they've been hating on him. So, I don't know why he doesn't speak up. But, he got attacked by Mini Mike yesterday and he looked weak. So, I mean, if Mini Mike can make him look weak, just let him win and Trump is it's going to crush him. And listen, I don't care about Donnie. Okay, I didn't even vote for Donnie to keep it 1,000. I didn't even vote for Hillary either. Okay, I didn't vote for either of them. I don't care about these people. But it is, if you ask me my opinion, I think that Donnie is definitely a stronger candidate. It's going to be Hillary. The DNC will never let Bernie win. You're right. The DNC don't want Bernie to win. And Bernie's soft. And then talking about the other fight, he says the fight will be good, but I think Fury will have a slight edge. Yeah, I'm not up to it. I don't know. I haven't been following the fights, to be honest with you. Thing with the fights, and I used to follow a lot of MMA, and I suppose that, even with boxing and everything, the main events, they don't start till like midnight. And, the champ, I wake up early. I don't got time to be waiting around till midnight. I'm asleep by then. Someone the other day was trying to get me on a Friday night show. Like, oh, champ, we start the show at 9 or 10. I'm like, champ, I'm not going to be around at that time. At 9 p.m., I'm already winding down. I got little babies out there, guys. I'm not raving with the goons late night like I used to. Trump 2020 and I'm back. Democrats are nut jobs. I think that, I think he's going to win again. And he's definitely stronger than these other nut jobs. But, I mean, I'm not on the Donnie train either. Bernie or Pete. I mean, listen to the guys they got. The top guys is Bernie, Mini Mike, Pete the Booty Boy. Like, they got a weak team out. They don't got any true slugger out there. I don't see any fourth batters. They don't got any sluggers out there. And, the only one that, like I said, has some respect on the streets is Bernie. Whether I like him or not, I know a lot of people like him. Trump has at least 1K Bitcoin in his wallet. Maybe so, even after he talked crap about Bitcoin. eToro just hit me up with an ad. Kaboom. I'll be setting my alarm clock for 4 a.m. to watch the fight as I'm in England and the fight is in Vegas. There you go. I'm much more probable for me to catch a fight at 4 or 5 in the morning than around 12. It seems like Rev wakes up early. I know Rev flips tires and pumps over 300 bench press. So, I know he's waking up early. I care about having a strong America. All of us rely on it. Socialism is for boomers. It's living life on extreme unleaded. Socialism isn't for boomers. It's living life on extreme unleaded. There you go. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Who really is who? But like young college kids and women really believe in socialism. It ain't no working man with a big family that's really swallowing the socialism meme. It's usually sodomites, young children, college kids, women. But you don't see strong men wanting Big Daddy to take care of them. They don't need Big Daddy. That's a whole nother stream. Shout out to 26 concurrent viewers. Bitcoin, what could happen next? I think either or. There's still a possibility we can go down to under 9,000. But for the midterm, and I'm going to put up the technicals here and see if TradingView agrees with me. I still think that we're going to go over 10K. And there's a strong possibility that we may go up even up to 12K before this happening in the coming month or not. The young people want socialism because they've been screwed by the Dems of the past. Yeah, young people just want people to take care of them. They haven't figured out how to be independent and really do things on their own. I've been hurt, so I want someone to help me. It's kind of like that's what how babies and kids think and girls and things. A man is like, well, I got hurt. Well, I need to fix myself up so I can keep working. But yeah, you're obvious. They have been screwed by the Dems in the past, and not only the Dems too, the Republicans as well. Let's not think that just because you're not a liberal, that you're in the okay side either. Some of these Republicans are retarded too, guys. Come on. Yeah, Americans who want socialism should just move to Venezuela. I agree. And like so many people complaining about this country, complaining. Yet they want the borders open and to let everybody in. Why would you want to let everybody in if you feel like this place sucks? You see what I mean? Like, and why would you complain and stay here? How about all the people that complained about Trump winning and saying they would leave if he became the president? Those people didn't do anything. They're still here just complaining. Nobody left because of Trump. A bunch of complainers. What we got to do is just stop paying attention to them. They're really loud. But it's just all bark, no bite. Yeah, true. Both sides screwed it. Yeah, they did, Derek. Yeah, they did. It's both sides. I'm not here, just trying to be on the right only. My country was on communism until 1990, and the country still can't recover from that shit. There you go, Muffin. Where are you from? Eastern Europe, right? Anthony P. says America is already socialist. To a certain degree, you're right. I'll take a few comments and questions. A few more comments and questions. I'm going to get something to eat, cook up some food. And you got to stay cooking, guys. Okay? If you want to be strong and you want to handle your biz, cook. Learn how to cook for yourself. Don't be hooting and hollering independence and you can't even whip up a meal. I low-key think that they might elect Bernie to have an excuse to bring down the country. You never know, yeah. It seems like at this point they're ready to burn the whole house down because and go back to capitalism. I don't even know if we were ever really there, Derek. My theory. I think we've been under an NWO since at least World War I. Yeah, East Europe says Muffin McPuffin. Yeah, it's straight garbage, Muffin McPuffin. You could tell us, let everybody know here that socialism and communism sucks. We see every time the West has given into the PC crowd, they take and then they ask for even more, louder each time. Super coddlers, exactly. They complain more and more and more, and it's part of the critical theory. They wrote a book on it. And it's part of the game plan, along with rules for radicals. Let me show you guys. If you think this stuff has been, being taught, it's part of the plan. Critical theory. And here it is, so you guys can. It says critical theory is a reflective assessment and critique of society and culture by applying knowledge from the social sciences and the humanities. Critical theory has its origin in sociology and literary criticism. The sociologist Max Horkheimer described the theory as critical insofar as to liberate human beings from the circumstances that enslave them. Because that's what people actually think that they're doing, liberating human beings from enslavement, when they don't understand that the only thing that can help people is the big man upstairs. And then it goes further to talk about the Frankfurt School and Western Marxist philosophy. And yeah, it's right here, guys. The problem with Eastern Europe is that educated people percent is very small. Same boat here. You're right. You're right. It's all controlled from one party. There's no competition. All products and services sucks. That's communism. There you go, guys. I mean, you're hearing it from someone that's on the ground out there in Eastern Europe. Muffin McPuffin. Thanks for letting us know. Kaboom from Cape Town, says Slobos. Shout out to Slobos. I responded to your suggestion about that CBD cream. And I've already been using a CBD balm, which cost me like almost $100. And it's pretty good. You know, it feels a little like icy hot, I guess. But I'll be honest, with this CBD stuff, I think that it's a little bit more hype than actual bite. I'm seeing everybody selling CBD. It's CBD everywhere. CBD flying everywhere. And, you know, I don't know how effective it is. I'm sure it is. There's some effect. But, you know, it certainly doesn't deliver as much as I think it's promised to. I'd rather just smoke me some weed. Be honest with you. I think that's just, you want some effects from the good old ganja medicine, just smoke it. I don't know about CBD this or, I don't know. But I'm definitely using it. Thanks for the recommendation. David Couches, I hear the babies get cooking. Yeah, it's all day long here. It's like we got 2 babies out here screaming and going around. They like eating good too. They like when I cook the good steaks, they know the difference. Like my son, he loves eating steaks over chicken, and like he can barely talk, and he goes for the good steak. It's like kids, they know where the good nutrient is. Let's get right to the core. The whole system is anti-father, which make the young cling to the mommy in the state. The system is a whore. Exactly. Yeah, it's basically part of breaking down the family unit. Look up black seed oil. Okay, I will. What's the benefits? My father and grandfather immigrated from Jamaica, where they were under a democratic socialist president. Okay. And why did they immigrate? Because it was socialism. Like if things were going good, they may have stayed, but I'm assuming that they felt it would be better over here. Shout out to Slobos from Cape Town. Guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. I'm hungry. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think my little guys are hungry too. My little guy and my little girl. And the wife as well. We're going to make sure everybody eats out here. Champagne putting the food on the table. Shout out to my maniacs. Yeah, check out the Critical Theory. I just linked it there. And that and Rules for Radicals is the other book by Saul Alinsky. He's, I believe, Obama's mentor. Yeah, so this plan has been around for a while, guys. Here, check this one out. Yeah, socialism destroyed Jamaica. It destroys everywhere. And this is the other book. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, guys may want to cross-reference me, but this guy Alinsky was one of Obama's mentors. Okay, that's what I've heard. You may want to cross-reference that because you never know if I'm telling the truth or not. But yeah, Rules for Radicals, a primer for realistic radicals, is a 1971 book by community activist writer Saul Alinsky and how to successfully run a movement for change. So just read this, and those are the 2 ideas that are really driving what's going on in the culture war, in my opinion. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go and enjoy my food. Stay strong out there, boomers. Check out the links that I provided below and follow me on DLive because I might pop up on you. Stay strong out there. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto.